On this week's episode of Bayou TV,
so I've always grew up being a duck hunter. I kind of tasted the speckled belly hunting and coming out of high school. I got it for a little bit. I went back duck hunting. I always blew a speck call, but I came back out here and started shooting specks again. Up top, you get ball. It's a challenge. It's something that I love to do, and I love challenges, and speck hunting is the ultimate challenge when it comes to waterfowl hunting.
when you got good callers and a good decoy setup and the weather like today, you can end up leaving with both species, speckled belly and snow geese.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Global Outdoors. Find your next adventure and share your experiences with others by downloading the Global Outdoors mobile app or visiting globaloutdoors.com. Every day, we strive to preserve traditions that have spanned generations.
Around every turn of the bayou, Mother Nature reveals unique people, places, and experiences.
And the bounty of animals and fish. Well, in Louisiana, we just call that lagniappe. I'm Don Dubuque.
I'm Chris LeCoq.
I'm Captain Martha Spencer. Join us as we document the adventure,
Sportsmanship,
And heritage that make us Bayou Wild. It's late hunting season here in South Louisiana. We've descended upon gaydon, much like hundreds of migrating geese. But today, we join a hunter from Erath, who is also the newest duck calling world champion.
When I started all this and I started traveling and meeting all these people, there's not many people from Louisiana that actually travel and do all the big contests. Like, yeah, we have a lot of really local guys that are good, but nobody tries to go that little extra step to travel and compete across states. So I think when I started seeing it and I feel like I can get to it, yes, I looked it up. I saw the 53 and I was like, I want that. Like, I really want to be that guy to bring it back, because I love achievements. Like, I don't like to lose, I love to win, but I like having things like that. It's really cool, and I think it did drive me at first. This one was 100% for Louisiana.
The last time someone from Louisiana won the World Championship Duck Calling Contest, I was 2 years old. That was Fred Parnell. Today, I'm hunting with the man who was the latest one to win it in 2021, Haiden Richard, and another expert duck caller, Mike Smith, a 5-time state duck calling champion. Not hunting ducks, though. We're hunting geese in Gaydon, Louisiana.
Two in the back.
Coming up, speckled bellies and snows and blues in Gaydon, Louisiana.
In Louisiana, we live to cook, and we know a little Louisiana flavor brings any meal to life. Whether it's Friday's fish fry or Tuesday's crispy chicken, with Louisiana fish fry, you can turn any meal into a bona fide family favorite. Let's all Louisiana.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Today was one of those setups. It rained a little bit last night. For some reason, every time you get a little fresh water on some of this flat dirt, even though it don't look like there's much out there, and you saw them today, they got out there, they started feeding instantly. There's something about water on fresh dirt they love. It's going to be an endless supply coming from the south today. There's no roosting. All right, let's get down, get it organized. Let's get situated. Most of your birds will be straight up, like not out front, not on the dirt. We're gonna try to get them across the top of this blind as best as possible. Especially with this wind, you want them as close as you can to them. The trick of it is really understanding what these geese do. Even though they're very complicated, they're very simple. Clouds and a little bit of rain, they'll always go to dirt. Sunshine, like today is gonna get cold in sunshine, they're gonna go straight to stubble. Get out one out front, right here in the front right, front left. So I've always grew up being a duck hunter. I kind of tasted the speckled belly hunting and coming out of high school. I guided for a little bit, I went back duck hunting. I think when I was about 25, I'm 31 now. When I was 25, I can always blow a speck call, but I came back out here and started shooting specks again. Yeah, I'm in love with this. This is what I love. A goose listens so much more, and they're more consistent. They will fly every day. Don't mean they'll come every day. Doesn't mean they'll listen every day, but they fly almost every day. And it's a challenge. It's something that I love to do. I love challenges, and speck hunting is the ultimate challenge when it comes to waterfowl hunting. That snows in there too? Yeah. I thought it wouldn't be as sunny. I thought it'd be more cloudy. That's normally when they stay to dirt. You notice the sun popped out. They kind of went to stubble, which we have some stubble behind us, and they were in here yesterday. We basically didn't go hunt where they were. We got downwind of where they wanted to be, so they couldn't short stop us. Up top, killing 4 spec. Got him! Oh, good shot.
Got them all.
Oh, get another shell in your gun. You coming? He's coming right back. Get him good. Come on. Ah.
We got pretty much a perfect situation today. We got a strong northeast wind. We got speckled-belly geese mixed in with a bunch of snows, and they're working great trying to get into that wind. And we're well hidden. Got a super trained dog to go fetch them. Perfect day down in Gaydon.
You ready? On top. Go ahead. Shoot them snow. Got him. Good shot. Wow. Shoot some snow. Nice. Shoot some specs. Keep going.
I always like to hunt specs. They, you know, like he said, they always flies just to get them to come in. And I can't blow a spec call. It's the only call I can't blow. I can do 2 notes on it, that's it. But I can't do what they do.
Up top. Shoot them 5.
You know, it's amazing we don't see any specks on the eastern side of the state.
Yeah.
And it's all over here in the west and southwest.
Right, it's the habitat. You know, they're more of an agricultural type goose. But years ago, the natural wintering grounds for blue and snow geese used to be the marshes of the Gulf Coast until all these rice fields start coming up north of us. And, you know, why go eat the marsh in the marsh grass when you have all this good stuff here?
Had a surprisingly good hunt today, and I think we had to contribute that to the conditions. We had a front blow through last night, north wind, some nice cool temperatures. Got the geese kind of active, probably brought some new geese down. And although it's late in the season, and you'll see, I mean, geese are wary any time of the year, but particularly when you start getting into this later, and this is the 3rd and final split that began today, they're going to be tougher and tougher to get. Mike Smith is a 5-time state duck calling champion. He's out here with us. He competed in the world, and he says that duck calling in the championship is not like calling for his business. Explain the difference to people when you're calling for judging and when you're calling to kill ducks.
So I kind of came up with this in the last year because you started to get that question a lot. What does that Main Street do for you? And I always tell people, Jeff Gordon don't drive his NASCAR to work. It's the truth. If you think about it, what you're doing on that duck call on Main Street is all high performance, high pressure, high control. It doesn't make you a worse duck caller. It just makes you more fine-tuned and control. But at the same time, Jeff Gordon can't drive his NASCAR on the regular street. So you can't take that call and do that out here. You got to be more finessey, and you got to sound like a duck more than anything. So I think that's where the blend is. So that contest calling really does make you a better caller. It makes you a better control on a call. Helps, and it's practice.
Well, there's a lot of people watching this right now that would kill me if I didn't ask you this. What is the call that you use?
Riceland Custom Calls. Bill Daniels out of Hayes, Louisiana. That's my guy. We've been together I've been with him since the start. Love him to death. He's like another dad to me. He's awesome, man. He helps me, supports me, everything I need to get done in the calling industry. The man takes care of me. He's my lifeline when it comes to this.
And tell us about your operation if somebody wants to book a hunt with you.
So it's Southern Parish Outdoors. We hunt in Gator, Louisiana. Next year, when we're closed here, I go to Arkansas. I hunt in Arkansas also. So I do both, Stuttgart and here. We specialize in speckled bellies. I mean, we don't kill ducks, but we really do specialize in speckled bellies. That's kind of our gig.
Delta Marina is Plaquemines Parish fishing one-stop. Get live bait, fuel, ice, tackle, and marine supplies. Then launch into the world's most productive saltwater fishing. Return to the fishing cleaning station, relax in first-class cabins overlooking the bayou, all in Delta Marina's safety video-monitored parking lot. Need a fishing charter guide? Delta Marina can hook you up. Cook your catch in your kitchenette or dine in the upstairs restaurant. Visit Delta Marina for a day or a week. Stop in just off Highway 11 down Rosemarie Drive in Empire. Visit thedeltamarina.com.
Welcome to White Oak Estate and Gardens. We are here with guest host Sharon Lecoq, our wonderful producer cameraman's mother, and of course everybody knows Chef John Folse. You know, hunting season is wrapping up. We've gone through the conservation hunts. Geese, tons of people love shooting them, but we need different ways to cook them.
It's one of those, it's definitely one of those game birds that people love to hunt. And you get the phone calls, hey, would you like some geese?
You want some geese? I got 200
I got plenty of geese. I got plenty of geese. No, I got a freezer full of geese. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, of course, we're using the breast. Obviously, immediately, oh, that's gamey. That's really gamey. Well, you know what? We're going to take care of that because it's really not that gamey. We're going to make it much less in a minute here.
It's the ribeye of the sky.
Yeah, ribeye in the sky. That's exactly right. So we have our black iron skillet. We're going to put a little oil in it right there. And while you hold that, if you pick that up right here, I'm going to season it. And I'm going to just go ahead and put some salt. No, that's not too much. It's not too much. Pepper, of course. You want to season food. It doesn't come seasoned. I tell people all the time.
And it is an accurate nickname because, you know, when you've eaten speckle belly, anybody that has knows that it's superior, and it just tastes, it tastes like red meat. It tastes like beef almost.
Now I'm going to add a little bit. If you take that breast and just dust it in there for me, just that's good, and give it right back to me.
Now, Sharon, you've cooked speckle belly at your holidays this year, correct?
Yes. In fact, Christopher did for us.
Wonderful.
Chris made a wonderful appetizer for us.
Yeah, and how did what did he do? Just sliced breast and sauteed it? Or?
Yeah, and put it on a little crostini, and we put it in the oven with some other.
Yeah.
I think cheese was involved.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with cheese.
Oh, yeah, always. Okay, so we're going to let that kind of brown. I've dusted a little bit, salt, pepper, granulated garlic. And now I'm just going to, I have to get that caramelization on the outside. But you see how hot my skillet is? I'm not playing around. I'm not putting it in a cold skillet.
Right.
So why don't you turn those over? We just put them in, and you'll see, look how brown they are. How long they've been in? Maybe a minute?
We're going
to let that just kind of sit in there for a minute. I'm going to add the vegetables. Okay, so we got typical vegetables again. Just kind of throw them all down in there.
Garlic, pepper, celery.
Yeah, just kind of putting them all down in there. Now what I'm going to do is add a little bit stock. I have a little game stock here.
Direct from White Oak Estate
See
and
that
Gardens.
right off of my orange trees out there? Y'all, I'm going to put the lid on the top of that. It's going to go into that 350-degree oven. It's going to tenderize. The citrus is going to just thicken in the pot. Lock the screen door. Lock the screen door, y'all.
One of the reasons why Double D has been around for 50 years is because we are consistent with what built the business. And we go to great lengths to make sure that when you bring a deer or a hog or whatever it may be, your meat stays your meat all the way through the process. But we want to be as true to the original intent, which is a local meat company. And that's something that we want to maintain for as long as the Lord lets us do it.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Welcome back. We're with Chef John Foles and Sharon Lecoq, our cameraman, producer's wonderful mother. We're finishing up our goose breast, orange goose breast.
Oh, look at that. We have the orange marmalade in there. Now you just go ahead and put that's the marmalade right there. Dump it right on in the pan there. We have our orange juice, so of course, and you've heard all of your life that game really loves citrus, right? And that's why we put so much citrus in here. And we're just gonna put a 350-degree oven. That'd be the best one. Leave it in there about an hour and a half. I'm going to tell you, that's a really great dish. And if you like speckled belly, you're going to love this dish.
And if you like other geese, or maybe you don't, try it. You'll probably learn to like it more.
No, absolutely.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.
got to hunt with finally the world champion
Finally, exactly.
duck caller from Louisiana. You've been there and unfortunately didn't get it. What goes into that? What does it take to win that contest?
A lot of practice and consistent. You know, just don't blow your call 10 minutes a day and put it down. I mean, you have to be, you know, on the money. And so many guys sound the same, but just have to hit the right notes, no mistakes, no squeal in the duck call. Just be right on the money, make all 3 rounds, and hope for the best.
Best advice you could give a kid that is finding out about you, he hears your call, he sees you, and he wants to become the next Haiden Reshaw, Louisiana's world champion duck caller. What advice would you have for him?
Start slow, pick up a duck call, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged to ask for help. There's a lot of people out here that really want to help children, and for some reason I just feel like our children are not getting into the contest call no more. I don't know why, but don't be discouraged. There's an industry out there waiting for kids to come in and blow calls and help, and we want to see the youth get better. Practice, practice, and practice. And don't give up just because you go to a contest and you lose. I mean, I've spent countless years competing. A lot of losses. A few great wins.
As we pack up our gear and reflect on the morning's hunt, we can't help but feel grateful for this opportunity. The ability to bring people from different generations and different parts of the state together for one common bond is what makes hunting so unique.
We had a great day. We have a 5-man limit of specs, 4 snows. I mean, it took us probably about 2 hours to do it.
Friendships grow and new acquaintances form. And when that next champion of the outdoors arises, they too will continue the legacy of Bayou Wild.